This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And how the heck are you this morning? Hope you're having a splendid, if somewhat rainy, at least here, Monday morning for September 28th, 2020, last Monday of this month, the last Monday in September 2020 we will ever have ever again until the murder hornets get us all. Anyway, hope you all are having a fantastic morning. Welcome to everyone who's watching this morning, and I'm misplacing everything. I had a great weekend at Non-Con 5, which we'll be discussing, but means I've left my script someplace. Anyway, welcome. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, who's totally disorganized, but he does have his cafefe, and we'll be using it vigorously this morning, apparently. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Whether you're watching on the rerun or you're watching live and being able to interact with me, we appreciate you. If you're watching on Facebook, please give the page a like. That's on Rising Tide and Indie Vent right now. Or if you're on YouTube, please, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, give this video a big thumbs up, whether you're on Geek Insider or the Rising Tide Network. Also, please subscribe. Subscribing would be so cool. And make sure you ring that bell so that you're notified of all future appearances. And this show is powered by Geek Insider and Rising Tide Publications. Yes, it is. Anyway, hope you all are having a fantastic morning so far. And welcome to Harley Slavic and Travis Gibb. And thank you, Brian Rodman, for sharing this. Please share this video if you would. That would be so helpful. And let me get to your comments here. We're going to get you on the screen here and say hello to you. Joe Dog McKeel, I'll be running a little late today. Hope to be here by the end of the show. Joe Dog, you do what you got to do. Also, check out Stupid O'Clock Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Central, and also on Saturday nights for the special After Hours edition. That's happening at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and it's a great show. You will love it. It's at After Hours Convention discussions you enjoy. All right, who knows where they go. And good morning, Carl Witzman. I'm seeing us on YouTube. Hope you're having a great morning. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian and author friends. Yeah, that's what this weekend was about, was friends. It really was a great time at Non-Con 5. And I really want to thank Keith H. and Jason Snyder for being such great hosts. And we had a really interesting time at the Pottstown Elementary School, a haunted school with a rich history. I'm going to be doing some more checking out of the site because there's a lot of stories in there, just what I was able to glean. Plus, there were some happenings while we were there, shall we say, and we just did, so we will. Anyway, Carly, good morning. Hello all from you. And there's the man of the hour, Magi Jake Caretaker. Hi, my friend. It was awesome seeing you yesterday. It was awesomer me seeing you. Dude, you are crazy talented, you are, and such a sweet guy. You really are, and you dress well. I love Cookie, and I love that jacket. In fact, Cookie is like, I like that jacket. I like that jacket. Who should be sitting in the next room?
Hiya!
Yeah, it's her. Anyway, yeah, means I won't have a moment's peace this morning. But she did bring me coffee, so God bless her. I love you, honey.
Love you.
You brought me. I made the coffee.
Yep.
Thank you for starting the laundry.
You're welcome.
It's one of the after effects of a show. One is sore ankles, another one is stopped up sinuses, and the other one is a suitcase full of dirty laundry. But fortunately, we're not going to air anyone's dirty laundry here. We're going to mosey on with your comments. Sorry, was off getting the Facebook version started. It was cold and wet, and I had to crank it by hand. Yeah. Well, the solar-powered one isn't any better, especially on a day like this when the sun isn't shining. We're having a bit of rain here in the Lafayette, Indiana area, and we hope wherever it is that it is nice where you're at. And I hope you're looking forward to a good day, because I am, even though it's going to be spent catching up on 2 days that I couldn't do any work. And so glad that Dad decided to let me out of Facebook jail, says Robert Beatty, so I could be here. Yeah, I saw your impassioned plea this morning to get Mr. Zuckerberg, and apparently he lives in fear of you. Or if he lived in total fear of you, he should be kowtowing to you a little bit more. I think he needs to put some more saliva on your backside. You know what I mean? He's been really mean to you. Anyway, Christian Basil is here, our guest host from Friday morning last week, and it is good to see him, my brother. Arise, Monday Morris monsters, arise from the land of Viagra and whip out the Psalms of Anarchy and Ego all at once. We can do that thing. We can multitask. My ego can handle quite a bit anymore. But anyway, we had a fantastic weekend, and we've already promised we will be there next year. Non-Con 4 is a wonderful show. It was held outside in years past, but this year they decided to do it indoors, and I liked it. It's kind of a crazy, almost patchwork layout to the building. Nobody's going to be setting any speed records on the straightaway, if you know what I mean. But no, we had a fantastic time. Got to hang out with our friends, make new friends like Magi Jake Caretaker, and John B. Pica was there on Saturday. Magi Jake was there on Sunday. We were hanging out with Amy and John Hale, as well as Molly Daniels, and all kinds of cool friends that we made over the weekend. So, and Keith Age, he's a fantastic guy. And Jason's so cool. Jason, I didn't get to talk to him much because he was running around putting out fires. But it was, like I said, it was a fantastic weekend. I really enjoyed it. And we hope that next year when they have Non-Con 6 that you will take the time to be there. It is a really, really good time. And Carlene mocks us all with her laughter from YouTube. Brian Rodman, thank you for sharing the program, man. Good morning, my fellow Brian and my fellow Nevermorians. I hope everyone had an excellent weekend. I did. All right, Brian, I gotta know, what spooky spooks did you see this weekend? Well, I didn't, but apparently there were a number of tragic deaths. Not that there are many good deaths, but some tragic deaths associated with the school, including one girl who apparently, now this is an elementary school, which puts a little hint of tragedy on it. But there were manifestations over the weekend in one room that was held for dry goods. In fact, there were people in there, and most of their shoes were dark. Okay, and if you turned out the lights in the hallway and in this room, you had zero light. I mean, nothing. And very visibly in this one corner, you could see a pair of small white shoes. But the people sitting in that corner all were wearing dark shoes and couldn't be seen by normal light. So anyway, that was interesting. And then someone took some spirit photos around Amy Hale's setup. And they photographed a small child running around playing back there. Plus, I started to say the story of this young lady, unfortunately, in the early 60s, who fell over the railing and fell something like four stories and died 2 days later, but her spirit may be roaming around there. And what else? Oh, maybe our we have one rack that was perfectly square, but now it's not. That might be that could be a manifestation too, honey.
Well, we'll solve that manifestation with a hammer and some screwdrivers.
That's true. We will bring in the exorcist. I have about 6 hammers, I think. Cookie's growling in the next room. See, when we moved, we had wound up with like 5 hammers. But basically the ball peen design. And so we brought our stuff over from Champaign, Illinois to Lafayette, Indiana, where Cookie said, you're going to get rid of most of those hammers. You can keep a couple, but that's it. And so we had to do some work in the new apartment, hanging pictures and stuff. They let us pound into the walls. And the thing was, I didn't have a hammer. They were all packed away and under about 50 tons of comic books, which I was not about to move. And so Cookie's at work, and I'm driving around trying to make things happen. No, it's back at the house. That was it. I needed a hammer, and I didn't have one, so I had to go out and buy one at Dollar General. And Cookie said, well, where'd you go? I said, I went to Dollar General today. You won't believe what I bought. She wasn't happy with me, even to this day. But anyway, thank you for asking, Brian. We'll probably have more stories before the end of the morning. A lot happened. We had a great time, and we got home safely late last night. So, and Tyrone Tony Ray Jr. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Have a wonderful, productive, and terrific Monday and week. And you all people should go to TyroneTonyReedJr.com because that is a wonderful, wonderful site. This man is an accomplished author and an accomplished broadcaster, and he just does everything well. For us mere mortals, it's kind of nauseating. But anyway, please check out Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. He's a great guy. You will love him. Hope all is going well with you, my friend. I hope you and the wife are doing well. Harley Slavic greetings. Hope everyone is well. And check out HarleySlavic.com. And he's also got some YouTube channels. Be sure to promote them too. And Joe Bachman. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Joe. Hope you're having a good morning. Good to see you, man. And there he is. Eric Hawkins, Storyteller Supreme. Good morning, all. Good morning, Eric. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for that notice this morning. Eric sent me a message that amuses me greatly. Harley Slavic has an acting page on Facebook. Check it out, HSA Actor. All right. You will be glad you did. Hire that man. And Robert Beatty, I'm betting aliens or zombies for October. Robert, well, we've already had, I don't remember if I mentioned this on the show, but the National Weather Service actually officially had a zombie hurricane.
Tropical storm.
No, it was a tropical storm, but it's a hurricane again.
Okay.
And it turns out it's a legitimate meteorological term. I didn't know until last week, but apparently in the lower Atlantic, there was a storm that was moving away from the U.S., okay? Because hurricanes happen not just in the U.S., but all around the world, okay? Coming off the ocean, wherever they happen to be. But anyway, this storm had downgraded in mid-ocean to a tropical storm, because of the intensity of it kind of dissolved. But there is a thing where you can have conditions for a tropical storm, and if the weather pattern moves in the right direction and it hits the correct scientific stuff, that apparently I'm no meteorologist, that it will repower itself and upgrade back up to a tornado again, or a hurricane, tornadoes are land. I know that. Anyway, it goes back up to a hurricane again. And it happened in the Atlantic last week. And so, again, I've lost my capacity for astonishment thanks to 2020. And so I'm seeing zombie hurricane. I'm like, it's got to be true. I don't even need to look at it. It's like, what now? This is the year that all science fiction becomes real. And good morning, Eric from Carl Witzman and Brian Wensoff. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you, my brother. Hope you're having a good morning. Check out Reels and Heels, and he's going to talk about that soon, I hope. Harley Slavic, a link to his IMDb page. Check out the work of Harley Slavic and employ that man. And greetings to you, my friend. And there she is, our lovely giantess. Good morning, Nevermorians. BRB, got to get that coffee refill. Mwah! Meredith, good to see you, sweetie. And also check out, was it Geeky cheeky and geeky, freaky, and downright cheeky. I can never remember the names of the words, but check it out because that's a fantastic show. Meredith and Matthew Harris run a fantastic show, an interview show. And last night they had a friend of mine, Kara Nicole. I came in too late to join it from the beginning, but she was dressed up in her finery and charming and lovely as always. And so was Matthew. So anyway, it was a good show. It was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. And Kara has like 4 days left on a Kickstarter for her brand new 2021 lingerie calendar. Please check it out. I think I need a calendar this year. And Phil Locklear, good morning, y'all. Demon Phil, it is a pleasure, my brother. As always, good to see you here. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Tell everybody what you're doing this week and all the great broadcasts you're putting on. And Meredith Logren says, what was Carl cranking by hand? Yep. I thought it was a euphemism too. And Carl Wisman says, hiya, Cookie.
Hiya.
and Teresa Dunn goes, hey, Cookie.
Hey,
And Carl Wisman says, good morning, Meredith. And continues, Meredith, that's a topic for another show. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Anyway, when's Geek Insider letting us have the all-adult, no-holds-barred show that'll be going on Amazon and Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. Oh, by the way, speaking of things that go on iHeartRadio and Amazon Music, not just whip topping, but Clever Title Pending. And the new episode tomorrow night will have the fantastic author and editor and publisher Jim Beard. He is responsible for a lot of great new pulp fiction, including one of my favorite series, Sergeant Janus. And he's a great author, a great guy. And I'd really love it if you showed up tomorrow night. That will be Clever Title Pending, our show where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. That'll be happening at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Please join us. It will be fun. And let's go back to your comments because you're fun too. And Jeffrey Hayes, good to see you. Good morning. Happy Monday to you too, my friend. Check out Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook and also Plasma Fire Graphics on the interwebs.com. He's incredibly talented, Jeffrey. Your ears must have been burning because Charles F. Millhouse. Yes, I forgot to say hello to Charles F. Millhouse. I apologize, Charles. I haven't had anywhere near enough coffee yet. I forgot how much these shows can drain a person. Of course, I'm blaming the venue for a little of it. But anyway, it was so good to have dinner with you and Marianne over the weekend, Charles. I so enjoyed it. And let's see. I hope I didn't forget anyone who came over there with me. But no, and we found a really nice place to eat in the Indianapolis suburbs called The Grill on the northeast side. That was really, really fantastic. Had a fun time. We found it by accident, but we took a menu and we're planning on going back. We're going to leave some good reviews for it too. Harley Slavik, have a talent agency who wants to work with me, so hope this helps my acting career. Well, Harley, good for you, man. Keep pursuing that. Don't let anybody tell you no. You just keep doing what you're passionate for. Glad you had fun, Brian. Thank you, Harley Slavik. I did. I had a really, really good time. And let's see here. What have I got? We got some. Oh, that's something else. I'm checking out what's going on here, and let's see. I'm hearing sound. That must be my earphones. And let's see. And okay, it's just stuff from other places. So anyway, we're good there. All right, we did have fun though, Harley. And like I said, we definitely want to go back for non-con 5. That was a really, really spectacular time. And we'll keep you guys posted, and we think y'all show up. First movie I am in, says Harley Slavik, is set to release in early 2021 right now. Well, you're going to be Hollywood in a lot of these things, so good for you, man. Good for you. And Carl Wisman says, how was the crowd at the convention? Sales. For those thinking about going next year, I'd like to break even on costs. Carl, I went in knowing that we were in the middle of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. Could not predict sales. And in fact, I went in with expectations of 0 sales. The C-19 has really messed up the entire convention scene, not just for cancellations or delays, but the ones that go off, we don't know. And so far from what I'm seeing, it's either feast or famine. And Saturday, the crowds were really low. Sunday, they were quite improved once noontime came around, and we did make some sales. It was worth our going. It really was. It was a great networking event, which, for a lot of us professionals, if you don't make money so much, it's good to have contacts, because one, that can lead you to other gigs that might make you some money, and two, you make new friends. That can't be beat, right? Anyway, so I did make some sales. I can't say that I'm going to retire this week, but I
sure aren't.
Yeah. Cookie says you sure aren't. Yeah, in fact, she says, don't you have writing to do today? Yeah, a lot of it too. And Teresa Dunn says, good morning, Cookie, from Facebook. Because we like to point out that we're on Facebook and YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel and please subscribe. We want to be by 500 people by the end of the year. And if everyone, if we could get like one new person a day, I think we'd still be way behind, but at least we'd have one new person every day, and that'd be nice. Anyway, and there he is, the man of the hour, the incredibly talented John B. Pica. Good morning, Multiverse. Good morning to you, Citizen Pica. Glad to see you. It's so good to see you and your fellow impossibilist the other day on Saturday. And I'm loving that book. That is seriously cool. That is a great, great book. John, you should be very proud of that. I hope you are. So anyway, John was there on Saturday, and really, again, we had a great time. It was so good to see John. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, and that was such a treat. And also, Martin Piero, Mary Dumas, and Rick Bradley are watching. Gentlemen and lady, hope you're all having a great Monday. Glad to see you here this morning. So yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. We had fun, made a little bit of money, which is always useful. And if nothing else, it reminded me of all the crap that I had forgotten, because I hadn't had a show in, almost 9 months. February 2 to 10, 8 months. So I haven't had a show since early February. So I was just so incredibly out of practice with a lot of things. So forgot to bring my gel pad for my feet, because walking on concrete does not agree with a 64-year-old man some days. And so we had a good time. We really did. Oh, I see where the sound's coming from. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm checking me out on YouTube, and aren't I handsome? Anyway, we'll kill that because it's distracting me, and I got all the distractions I can handle right now. So anyway, we had fun. It was worth going to, Carl. If you went just for the money, you'd be sorely disappointed. But if you went for the camaraderie and the kind of fellowship that fellow vendors share, and it's kind of special. I think, John and Magi Jake will agree with me on there. It's kind of a special bond that you have with the people on the other side of the table. So Phil Lockler says, join the Demon Nation today, damn it. Drop what you're doing now and do it on YouTube, and never miss a show or guest. Please like, follow, and share. #Wave of Change. Check out YouTube, Demon Nation Sensation. I love that. Demon Nation Sensation. And Phil runs a fantastic series of shows there. I had a great time when I was on there. And Phil Lockler is actually going to be a guest on Clever Title Pending. We're going to talk about broadcasting. And he'll be on October 13th at 8 p.m., just before his own show. Phil, and I'm eternally grateful, man, for a lot of things. Your friendship, your encouragement, and the fact that you're doing the show right before your own. That's a great broadcaster right there. Somebody who can do that. And there she is, Sarah from YouTube. How you doing, hon? Hey there. How are you this morning? Jobby Pica, I am suffering from an allergy-induced sinus infection coupled with extreme exhaustion from forgetting I am no longer 20 and trying to do all the things. Oh my God, I could have typed that out and could not said it any better, John. I've been irrigating my sinuses for the last hour. Plus, there was just something exhausting about that place. It was it was interesting. It really was. And, because I'm really tired. I should not be. I went to bed at the normal time. Of course, then again, we had a short night on Friday going into Saturday. So that might be part of it. Short night as in about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And then we drove over to Franklin, Ohio, which is a lovely little community. And you know what else? It's a great community because they have two of my favorite places. Tim Hortons. We bought some Tim Hortons while we were there. And also Lee's Chicken. That's our favorite. Lee's Famous Chicken. That's good stuff. But I just can't say enough good about what Keith and Jason did this weekend. It was quite an event. And the fact they put it on, that shows something right there. It's every now and then we just got to go out and do what we do. But yeah, John B. Bike, it reminds me that I have a shelf life. I can only be doing this for so much longer. We're still good for a few years, but there's going to be a time when we're going to hope for a strong Amazon presence, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I feel your pain this morning, John. I hope you're coping with it at your job. And hi, Cookie, says Sarah. Hiya, she says. We love you, Sarah. And pro artist Mike Miller, destroy my hopes and dreams by critiquing my storytelling, says Eric Hawkins. Please send me that link, Eric. I so want to see how wrong, yes, wrong, a man can be. Mike Miller, not to throw any shade at him. He's an incredible artist. He really is. And he's the former, what is it? Immortal 2 was the name of a book he was doing for Eric Larson in the 90s. Beautifully illustrated book, well written. Excuse me. And then for a while after Y2K, I think he was the penciler on the Adventures of Superman, and was fairly recently doing Injustice 2, the online comic, which is actually Tom Taylor and other people have been writing Injustice 2 for the longest time. And it is, and Brian Buccarello, I think it is. I know I'm mispronouncing his name. And a couple other people, some fantastic writing on that series, which is based on a video game, which I've actually started playing, Injustice 2. And it's really quite fun. Don't mess with my Harley Quinn. You know what I'm saying? She puts the hurt on you. But I now have built up to, I've only just started, but my level is, my three main people are Batman, Superman, and Harley Quinn. They are tough. And the other day we beat somebody that was about 10 levels above us. It was great. Anyway, yeah, and I see the quotes there for pro. Yeah. We'll talk about it today, Eric, but there's a lot of reasons why Mike is a former mainstream artist. He's kind of an example of what not to do in social media, even before social media was around. But anyway, not to throw shade on Mr. Miller. He, like I said, he is a very talented writer, very talented artist. But as far as Eric goes, he doesn't know crap. Anyway, Phil Locklear, let your chest show your support. Demonation t-shirts are on sale and trending. Makes a great gift. And check out his Etsy store. That is fantastic. Phil loves seeing people get into merch, and we're going to be doing it soon. And Amy Hale, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Amy. Mwah. Have you broken into the Kraken and that other stuff yet? And it was such a treat to hang with you and John all this weekend. I had a fantastic time. I really did. And, and that was the main reason that, I can't speak for anyone but Charles and Amy and Molly and myself, because we had talked about it beforehand. And we did it mostly, one, because Keith Age, I got them into it because Keith Age is a good friend of mine. And when he asks, I'm there, and then Jason Snyder was also cut from the same cloth, and it was such a joy to work with him on this too, and promoted it very well. A lot of people could take lessons from him, but Amy, Charles, and Molly and I were pretty much we just want to get out. 1, 2, we want to see each other because we hadn't. Well, God, Amy, how long has it been since you and I saw each other in person? It's been almost a year, I think, if not more. Man, I just realized that. And so, same with Charles. Yeah, because we haven't done any shows since last year. So wow. But anyway, we just wanted to see each other and have dinner. We found this fantastic, and I do mean fantastic, Mexican restaurant, El Vaque on the main drag there. That was really sensational, fantastic food. Company could not be equaled. It was so much fun. And let's see here. Author Michaela Jade is watching. I know I'll get to your comments soon, honey. And Michael Hebert is here. Michael, glad to have you here. And let's see. Oh, she's coming up soon. Rochelle Lester, and wow, good to see you as always. Dennis Yee. Dennis, how are you doing, my fellow Kappa Alpha? It is so good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well for you, my friend. Dennis is an incredible artist and writer, and a really good guy. So proud to have you here, Dennis. Thank you. And Justin Marsh, glad to have you here too. Proud to have you here as well. And everyone, don't forget, put in the links to what you do. All right, that's what the show is about. And Friday, when we do Friday, I want everyone to bombard the show with your links. Okay, we're gonna put on some promos, so maybe it'll get you through the weekend. And there, hello, Sarah, says Carl Witzman. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And there's Sarah going, hello, Carl. And Robert Bay says, BR luck, there's going to be some kind of curse that brings Halloween decorations to life. My town would be screwed. Well, that could happen. Please check your October bingo cards. September's almost up, but there's still a few more days to get that zombie invasion and the robots rising up to kill us all. Anyway, hello everybody. Wow, Michaela Jade, how are you doing, darling? Hope you had a fantastic weekend, sweetie. It was good seeing you Friday night in the green room, and so glad you had fun. I did have fun. I had a fantastic time. It was, despite how I feel today, it was so worth it. It's kind of like having a hangover after attending the best party of your life. And we had a great party all weekend long, laughed, and plotted things out. Amy and I were throwing story ideas back and forth yesterday, brainstorming some stuff. It was so cool. I love those sessions, and getting to see Charles and Marianne and John and everyone, the spouses and all, and Cookie had a fantastic time too, I think. Yep, she says she did. And she got some coloring work done at the same time. And it was just a really, really fun weekend, I thought. And couldn't spend it with better people, that's for sure. Michaela Jade says, in my pocket you go. Christian Basil, just start walking to the HR department. You too, Carl. I'll be joining you soon. Carl Wisman said, good to hear that it was profitable in some way. It was profitable in a lot. It was definitely profitable here. Okay. Financially, we paid for dinner. We more than paid for dinner. Like I said, we found a really great place on the northeast side of Indy that we decided to take back roads because we actually got home about at least an hour later than we anticipated because we had just crossed
the wrong side of an accident.
Yeah, we were on the wrong side of a 3-car accident. A very large truck, a pickup truck, one of those kinds that you generally see with people who are evidently compensating for inadequacies, physical inadequacies, shall we say, and being on the wrong side of 40. Basically, we saw one that was well on its way to becoming an accordion, and we were actually held up for almost an hour there. But we found a great radio station out of Indianapolis, and we were sitting there talking on the road. It was really quite fun. But we decided, we saw that there was a slowdown ahead, and we just said, oh, hell no. We got off on the back roads, running parallel to I-70 and making decent time. But we accidentally found this restaurant. Like I said, pardon me? McCordsville was the suburb. And it was a really nice, fairly quiet place. I thought at first we walked into watching New York Jets game, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and thinking this is not our place. But then they put on some great '80s music, and just let the TVs run, and it was really quite a splendid evening. Service was fantastic. The food, oh my gosh! If they told me that they made their own salad dressings, I would not doubt it. The meals were amazing. So yeah, it was it was a great weekend, if nothing else. Great way to you know as my grandmother used to say, blow off the farts. Anyway, thanks, Grandma. Anyway, hashtag bring Cookie home and hashtag keep Cookie home. Robert Beatty, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. I really do. John B. Pica says, sales at non-con. We did sell enough to justify the trip. Oh, good. And the networking was great. Apparently, I made an impression with some folks. Well, I don't see why you wouldn't. And Jesse Lewis and Harley Slavic, thank you for sharing this video along with the other people that Facebook won't tell me who did it. Anyway, thank you all. We appreciate it. Please share this video so that other people can see the awesome folks that you hang around with. But John, I'm glad you did well. I saw you had a crowd over at your area almost all the time. Otherwise, I'd have come over and it bothered you for a bit more. But it was good to see you, man. Did my heart good. It really did. Well, hopefully next year at Imaginarium we will do well. And yeah, that was another thing all weekend. We did have some Wi-Fi, and John has like I spit on your meager Wi-Fi connection for his phone, and none of us could get out of the building as far as contacting people. Well, I didn't even really try, but Molly and John had panels on the Imaginarium show, which was being done virtually, and they just couldn't come off inside the building. And in fact, Molly went outside and couldn't get out there either. And New England Music Hall of Fame has shared our video. Control, so thank you. Mwah! Anyway, that's a great organization. Please check it out. They are doing a lot to commemorate the fantastic country and Western musicians who have come out of the New England area. Please check out their page on Facebook. It is an amazing, amazing page. It is very well run, and we love you. Thank you very much. And but yeah, I can see where you'd make an impression. I think you were the best dressed person there, you and your fellow impossibilists, which, by the way, go to patreon.com/impossibilists and check out the work of John B. Pica. And just a couple dollars will give you access to a wealth of imagination. Please, please check it out. I implore you. And good morning to you, Philip Thompson. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And here was the big draw of the show of Non-Con 5. John B. Pica says it was great to meet Cookie in person. And she was glad to meet you too, right, hey? Yeah, she says. See, and she meant it. Me, she wasn't so thrilled with most of the time, but that's the natural thing. But no, that was one of the things. Cookie doesn't make many show conventions, usually because her jobs precluded it. She could not get the time off to come with me. And that was another nice thing. She and I got to spend the weekend together. Doing something that we both love and seeing people that we love. And John, you're on that list now too, brother. You really are. But anyway, it was a fun time. She enjoyed meeting you too, John. And she was like, he dresses well. He's got a really good suit there. She's a second generation seamstress, so that's the sort of thing she pays attention to. But no, she enjoyed meeting you too, John. I'm just sorry we couldn't have dinner together, but maybe we can make that up next time we have Imaginarium or some other show we're at. All right. All right, Simon, there's the link to his store's YouTube channel, and they're going to add more videos. So you better subscribe to that and like it and everything. And Jeffrey Hayes is proud to announce that Prose Press has announced that I was chosen to take on issues 10, 11, and 12 of author Barry Reese's series, The Adventures of Lazarus Gray. I'm stoked, man. That is an iconic series and an iconic writer in the new pulp movement. Jeffrey, congratulations, man. Seriously. Oh man, you are running in fast company. I'm not gonna be able to afford you soon. But anyway, no, good for you, Jeffrey. I'm proud of you, man. That's great. Please congratulate Jeffrey Hayes. Whether you know it or not, that is a really big thing. That really is. And let's go back here. I've missed oh my goodness, I got so many cool people. Like, I'm gonna try to catch up, everyone. Don't go away. Well, Poop. Not right now, okay? Can't put you in my pocket. You'll have to settle for the bra. Aren't you glad this ain't video? No. video or it didn't happen. That's the way it works. Please, for the love of God, turn on the light. And we are also joined by Pops Van Zandt. Pops, thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great Monday morning so far. Don't forget, Pops has CromCon on a monthly basis. Check out that thing there. Put in those links, Pops. We insist. John B. Pica said, I got home at midnight Saturday and slept till 7 a.m. this morning. Oh, that's right. You had a full Sunday, too. Yeah. Well, we kind of, the show kind of broke up early on Sunday afternoon. Cookie and I left a little after, I think it was close to 3:30 by the time we finally got unpacked and everything.
Yeah.
And then we made our way up to I-70 where we spent another hour in place just over the, just on the Indiana side of the Indiana-Ohio border. And, then we saw the, slow down ahead. Oh, hell no. And so we went cross country on that one. Yeah, I feel your pain, John. I'm feeling it this morning. Like a lot of people, I'm stopped up in my sinuses, and walking around in that concrete did me no favors, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Anyway, Harley Slavic, I can't spell. Harley, you are in the right company. Neither can most of us. And there he is, the one, the only Bobby Nash. Good morning to you, Bobby. Glad to see you here. BobbyNash.com, Ben-Books.com, and AbrahamSnow.com. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's cold outside or blistering hot. It's always the summer of snow. Hashtag the summer of snow. Anyway, Bobby, good to have you here this morning. Hope you had a great weekend, man. Hope things are going well today, and you're looking forward to a fantastic week, brother. And Carl Westman, that's my concern, John B. Pica. I just want to pay for the hotel, gas, etc. I don't need the profits. Just breaking even would be good. Yeah, I think it was possible, Carl. As it was, Sunday's traffic was not too bad. I'd have to think about how many people we had total. But no, it was good. Like I said, the networking, like John said, the networking was good. The company was fantastic, and we had fun. And there's Pops Van Zandt. Speaking of fun, good morning, my friends, and you are our friends. And Jeffrey Hayes, thank you for reacting to this video. Thank you. Please leave a heart or just a thumbs up for this video wherever you're watching, if you would, on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us a lot with the evil, deadly algorithms. And anyway, check out that Crom Madness, the events this weekend. Oh, that's right. This is this weekend. I will have to check that out. Check it out. It's a great convention. If you love comics and imaginative media, then you're going to love CromCon. And thank you, Pops, for putting that down in there. And let your chest show your support. Under the sheet, says Sarah. Well, hopefully, no, I'm not going there. Anyway, my mind is already like, thank you, Sarah, for the imagery. Anyway, Carlene, Carl and I have agreed to never do Mexican when we're on the road. And this was actually good. It wasn't like we went to Bacotel, or whatever that chain is. I've only eaten there Taco Bell. I stopped eating there a little over 10 years ago. I saw the one that used to be at Marketplace in Champaign, Illinois, and I was standing in line to order, and I could see into the kitchen, and it looked like somebody had planted a firecracker in like 5 bags of lettuce. There was lettuce over every flat, unmoving surface and the floor. And I'm like, ew. And I'd already ordered, so I was kind of forced to eat what I got. But we had Taco Bell recently because a friend of ours, we were getting it for a friend of ours who couldn't go out. And we tried it, and it was okay. It was tasty enough, but I like authentic Mexican, my favorite Mexican, and this is going to sound terrible, but the less English they speak, the better it seems to be. And, some of my favorite restaurants, we could not communicate whatsoever if we tried. If the place was going to catch on fire, one of us was going to burn if the other one didn't know about it. So, but anyway, this would have been worth it, Carly. You would have enjoyed it, and it would float through smooth as honey if you're worried about such things. And I'm not talking about it in the bad way either. And yeah, it's been over a year. It was so great to see you and Cookie. Oh man, it was such a treat to hang with you and John too. You have no idea how much good you guys did us. It was a fun time. I really enjoyed it. And Phil Locklear, definitely looking forward to being on your show, as am I. Will be an honor being with a fellow host and chatting about what this industry means to me and why I do what I do. Thank you for the opportunity. Phil, thank you, man. I mean, here's background. When I asked Phil, I forgot he had a Tuesday show. And if I'd known that, I probably would not have approached him. Or you never know, we might be doing some specials every now and then when you'll add an opportunity to get a guest like Phil so he isn't stressed broadcasting like 5-6 hours consecutively, because this can drain you. This can. But Phil is a broadcaster I so respect. I love his point of view. I love his moxie. I love his promotions. And he gets so many great guests, and he's earned them. That's the thing. He has earned his guests because they know they show up on his show. He's going to treat them like visiting royalty. I was on his show, and I had an amazing time. And Phil, vice versa, if you ever want me on your show, you just say when, and I will clear my schedule for it, okay? But the honor is mine, Phil. So please check out Demon Phil when he shows up on Clever Title Pending in a couple weeks. It's going to be great. And please check us out tomorrow night when we have Jim Beard, the great writer and editor and publisher. So bring your publishing, editing, and writing questions tomorrow night, and bring your broadcasting questions. If you're ever curious about what people like Phil and myself do, please check it out. I learn a lot from people like Phil, because to me, Phil's kind of the gold standard of broadcasting. And Randy Zimmerman, another great broadcaster, an amazing artist and writer, not drawing monkeys this morning. What? But ordering apparel and listening to the Nevermind. That's fantastic. Good morning, Fez Master and friends. Randy Zimmerman, it is so good to see you, brother. And I didn't run it yet, but this is a good time to take a drink of coffee, everyone. And clear your calendars, because there is a good show coming up on Sundays.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Check out the great family of shows on indievolt.com, also on YouTube, also on Facebook here, and definitely check out everything. If you see Randy Zimmerman in the panel, you just plop your butt down and sit there and listen, because he is a great broadcaster. And so good to have you here, Randy, as always. Hope your morning's going well, and have fun with your apparel. I think you should order a line of fezzes. I think that would be awesome. Anyway, Bobby Nash says, links. I got links. www.abrahamsnow.com. Hashtag the summer of snow. Hashtag snow day. www.ben-books.com. And, of course, the ever-reliable www.bobbynash.com. Also, check out Bobby Nash's Patreon page, too. I am a supporter and proud to be. And if you think that place is, if you think you want entertaining, then you go to Bobby Nash's, and then check out John B. Pikus too. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. I'm just starting to seed mine. So I've got like one chapter of my first draft Flash novel up there. I will be putting up the next chapter in a few days. And speaking of it, in a few days, October 1st is coming real dang fast. And what am I doing today? I'm going to be putting together my newsletter for October, my video newsletter. So if you're tired of trying to figure out what those little squiggles are and you like hearing the words, well, then come check it out. We do a little bit of a off-the-cuff broadcast telling you where we've been, what we're doing, what's coming up, and what to expect. So please check it out. Please sign up. You'll see the address scrolling down across the bottom of your screen right now. And if it's going too fast for you or you don't want to do that, send me a direct message on Facebook with your email address, and I will happily sign you up myself. Okay, our list of subscribers is growing. It is absolutely free. We have all kinds of cool things on there, not just videos of me, but also videos from other sources that are really cool. cool. People have discovered information on the 1938 Panic broadcast, the Orson Welles War of the Worlds, and also the 1971 Panic broadcast out of Buffalo, New York. Or no, excuse me, it's the 1969 and then the 1971 Panic broadcast of Buffalo, New York. Similar situations, similar results, like the saying goes, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But anyway, but we have that too. And thank you for letting me piggyback on your announcement, Bobby. I'm such a terrible human. Anyway, but don't check out my stuff till you check out Bobby Nash's, okay? I do insist. And there she is, the lovely and delightful Molly Daniels from YouTube. Mwah! Good to hang out with you this weekend, Molly. You are a delight. I'm awake, but I'm out of shape. All the stair climbing and the weightlifting. Oh, God, me too. Yeah. John B. Pica was commenting earlier that it was a brutal reminder that he's not 20 anymore. And a brutal reminder that I don't think I ever was. My ankles hurt. My forearms feel pretty good. I'm surprised about that, but Cookie helped a lot. And what else? And also my sinuses are stopped up from all the dust. See, this is an abandoned school. I think Keith Age was telling me that that the school hadn't been actively used as an elementary school since like the 90s. And it looks like some sort of upkeep has been done on the place, but it's spooky as hell. It really is. I took like 2 ibuprofen before the show. They're just now kicking in. And we've unloaded the car. Thank you, Cookie. So she can have it back. And but no regrets. Not one single regrets. It was a joy this weekend. It really was. And Joe Dog McKeel says, okay, I am here. Scrubs suck. Didn't the TLC or somebody do a song about Scrubs? You're not supposed to be doing those sort of things. Anyway, Joe Dog McKeel, glad to have you here, brother. Don't forget, Stupid O'Clock Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, and also Saturdays at 11 p.m. for that great after-hours conversation. After the convention or in our case during the convention when we're at non-con 5. But anyway, we're glad you're here, Joe Dog. We hope you're feeling better today, and hope Saturday went as well as it could. Sorry to vague book on this one, friends, but Joe Dog, may all the memories be golden. Seriously. And Molly Daniel says, McCordsville is where my friend author George Kramer lives. Did you listen to B105? No, we didn't. We got 92.3, which was running this wonderful blend of kind of hard rock, I would say, most of the way. But although at one point they had an hour that was dedicated to ballads and, less energetic music. And it was really, really good, wide variety of music. And that's the one thing I hate about most but I understand it from a broadcasting point of view. There's a couple of stations, this would go on the list, that we really, really enjoyed. Both Cookie, or at least Cookie and I enjoyed this one, and I enjoy this one talk radio station out of Indianapolis. But we found that when you get to the Lafayette suburbs, about 5 miles away or so, they both cut out at that point. And we're on the far side of Lafayette, so no hope to hear it. The only Indianapolis station that I'm sure we can get that we listen to is around the 95 area, and it's the host station of Bob and Tom's syndicated show. But no, it's cool. You had a friend up there. If you ever get up there and go to the Grill, that is an amazing restaurant. We had a great time there last night. Molly Daniel says, get out of the way. I just got a notice about my emails. Like, get out of the way. I'm trying to run a show here. Anyway, Molly Daniels didn't try to go outside to try to connect because her laptop battery had gone bad, and I have to be connected to an outlet. Yeah, my laptop's like that too. I should get that replaced someday. But there's a lot of things. I noticed my phone was draining rather quickly. I noticed that I went into the event with 100% power on Saturday, and I believe I was down at around, well, now I think about it, both days, Yeah, I think by the time I left the event, I was down to something like 60%, which is unusual for my phone. My phone, the old Motorola here, can usually hang on to a decent charge for about 4 days, but it's my phone seems to be somewhat sensitive to psychic phenomena. I don't know. Maybe I've got that weird phone. And Christopher and Nino, glad you're here. I hope you're still here. We're running behind on some of our announcements here, but we're glad to have you here. And all kinds of cool. Bradford Walsh, good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday morning. Adrian Johnson, as always, my friend. Pleasure to see you. Hope you all are having a fantastic morning, one and all. And hope you're looking forward to a good week today. I'm scrolling through my comments here. Okay, we got some people to catch up to. And speaking of Patreons, definitely get on that Impossible page on Patreon for John B. Pica. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's where you can become a patron of an artist or a writer or a publisher or all kinds of disciplines. Cosplayers use it a lot. And John is on there for under the Impossibilists, a great cosplay adventure storytelling group. And Bobby Nash has a Patreon page, and I have one too. I have only one thing on there as far as benefits, and we are still seeding it, but we had a soft open. We've got some response to it. I'm grateful for everyone who's shown up so far, and we'll be posting that second chapter of Ebony Terror. That's just a place mark. It's just a bookmarking title. I don't like the title. We're gonna see what suggests itself as the run ensues. But anyway, we're going to go into the second chapter where you have seen the terror already, and then you're going to see somebody who is going to play a very prominent part in this book. It is a twist on some old public domain characters, and everyone I've run it by has been like, ooh. Anyway, and that's good enough for me. And speaking of too good for me, there he is coming up on him. Oh, I see all kinds of cool people showing up. Am I behind? I am so sorry. Anyway, good morning. Hey, all, Charles F. Millhouse. Charles, it was so good to hang with you and Marianne the other day. It was so cool. Did my heart a lot of good. And Charles goes, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby and Charles are friends. We're all friends here by Jingo. Anyway, at NonCon 5, on our side of the room, we had some interesting activity from whatever was in that room. The dry goods, you were on the other side of the wall from the dry goods, John. Did you get a chance to tour it? I was mentioning earlier that Keith Age held a little listening session there the night before and had seen tiny white shoes in one corner of the room, which was absolutely dark. If you turned out that outside light and the dry goods light, I don't know if the dry goods room had a light really, but anyway, if you turned all that off, it was like midnight in a coal mine. You couldn't see nothing, but they saw a pair of child's shoes in one corner of the room. And when they did illuminate the area, the people sitting in that corner all had dark shoes on. And then that on Saturday night, they had another tour going through the building. And next time, I think I'm going to try to take it. Because there's a lot of history in that place, apparently. But anyway, around Amy Hale's area, they used a camera and caught a child playing back there. And I have to say that I'm not saying this is related, and I need to tell Keith about it. But I have that bookcase. I have a folding collapsible bookcase that I use to show off my books at some shows. And the day before, it was perfectly aligned. And we laid it down flat and then put a cover over it. And no one touched it. Keith promised no one had touched it. But the next day, one leg was out of kilter with the others. So we don't know what that is. And I'll be exercising that thing with a hammer soon, I suspect. So anyway, yeah, there was stuff. There was stuff, John. And Eric Hawkins says, the wife and I are supposed to go to a Halloween party. At first, I was going to do Fat Thor, but I think I've convinced her steampunk. She even said we could use the costumes for future cons. Eric, that's beautiful. And everyone should have a steampunk outfit. Everyone, everywhere. I have mine, and that sounds like a good time to bring it back. So yeah, everyone should have a steampunk outfit. I would love to get this. I found some stuff online. We are going to turn this actually into a steampunk fez. Uh, Stay tuned, folks. It's going to get fun. But no, that sounds cool, Eric. That sounds so very, very cool. And links from me too. StormgatePress.com. Check out Pulp Reality #1 coming out soon. It's coming together. And some crazy, incredible art that's going to be in that thing. To say nothing of some great writing contributions from Bobby Nash, Charles F. Millhouse, and they even let me in. Who knew? Anyway, that's going to be so much fun. And so proud of you for getting that out, Charles. And Robert Beatty says, got to run. My kid decided to dump the ketchup all over the living room carpet. Was there a meeting beforehand where they decided we need to have ketchup on this floor here? Who wants to make it taste better? But anyway, Robert Beatty, good luck, man. Seriously. Oh, thank you for being here. And Charles F. Millhouse, choosetheadventure.net. Oh, yeah. And John B. Pike, I said, regarding that crowd at the booth, I just use the techniques I teach to sell at conventions. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go back and, yeah, well, you didn't get was that the one you didn't get online? The how to sell at conventions? I wanted to see it. But anyway, about this whole last week, the Imaginarium Book Convention has had special broadcasting. John's been on some great shows. Bobby Nash has done a lot of fantastic broadcasting. I've done a couple of shows on there. And it was kind of funny the other day. I will say this. I'm sure I read the memos. We all get memos. Here's where you're going to be. Here's what we'd like you to do. I don't remember seeing my name in charge of in charge of the two shows I did. But I came in on Friday to do one on networking, and I thought, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to sit back, listen to the questions, and be charming as much as I can, at least. And I get there and find out I've got the control, which means I'm the moderator. And I didn't have jack plan. So anyway, it came off. It went. I had a great panel, and we had a good time. We got some good information out there. So please go to entertheimaginarium.com. And for the next 2 weeks, you'll still be able to access those videos. I'm going to be watching them this week and taking lots and lots of notes. And you should too, all right? And Bobby Nash says howdy to Charles. And Charles F. Millhouse says, it was great seeing everyone and meeting John B. Pica. Yeah, that's the one thing. I was making sure that everyone got to meet each other. Because here's the thing. I know John. And this is the first time I met Magi J. Caretaker in person. And he showed me some of his magical powers, and he did not disappoint. Believe me, he's fantastic. I think he's going to be somebody you're going to be seeing a lot of in the future. But anyway, John and I knew each other from Imaginarium, and we all knew each other from this, Nevermind the Furthermore. But I knew that John had not met Amy and Molly. Oh, no, he knew Molly from Imaginary, but he hadn't met Amy Hale or Charles F. Millhouse. And so I made it a point that everybody meet each other. And, of course, they all met Cookie. And she's the one everyone likes. So anyway, I don't blame them. So anyway, it was great seeing everyone. It really was. And hanging out for dinner. That sort of thing reminds you why we do what we do. And it's not always the sales. It's not always the acclaim. You just make the best damn friends in this business. You really do. And Molly Daniel says, I left at 4 and got home between 8:30 and 9 p.m. I stopped at an Arby's just before crossing into Indiana on I-74. If I had known you'd gone on 74, I could have recommended some stuff to you. Glad you didn't go on 70. You'd have been stuck, like we were. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, that's right. I-74 from Cincinnati. Yeah. They kept telling us go through Cincinnati and then back up to 74. And in retrospect, that might not have been a bad idea, but we're like, why are we heading south to go back up north again? And especially driving into Cincinnati itself, which I've always found problematic. I haven't been to Cincinnati in about 15, 20 years, but I always found the traffic there, even on the interstates, pretty bad. I didn't want to go that way. So I picked the wrong way to go. Anyway, but I'm trying to think. There used to be a great ice cream place And in fact, I-74 goes past Batesville, Indiana, where many coffins, the Batesville Coffin Factory is there. And I toured it when I was in high school. That was a lot of fun. They had, at the time, they had this huge press. They'd put like the sheet metal down in this giant press that'd come down and go woof. You could feel it like a long distance away whenever they do that. And then they lift the thing, and there is the shell of the coffin already folded up and everything. And the legend has it there's a few people that stumbled into that area under the thing, and wasn't much to find after that. But anyway, enjoy your breakfast. But no, I'm glad you got home safely, Molly. I really am. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better way to get there. Yeah, because it's been so long, I couldn't have recommended any restaurants to you along the way, other than that ice cream place, assuming it's still there. I think it's in Brownsburg. Yeah, it was in Brownsburg. But we were happy with the one we found. That's the one thing. When we travel, we don't do chains. We like to do local. One, we feel it's better to encourage local small business. Obviously, that's what Rising Tide's about. And it was just a good time, and it's a good way to explore the culture of the community. And Bobby, I am you an incredible piece of art Clayton Merwin did for my Zane Carrington character. Oh my God, yes, Bobby Nash. Think Wally Wood. That's what I saw when I first saw that thing. The lighting on the main figure is so Wally Wood. It really was. And good morning, everybody, from Joe Dog McKeel of Stupid O'Clock. Good morning to you, my friend. And morning, Joe Dog from Carl Witzman of the Drunken Rant and the ever-increasing Green Rooms. And John B. Pica, the Wi-Fi issue was frustrating. The building has Wi-Fi throughout, but I think the spirits in the building just killed technology. I had 2 Imaginarium panels that did not happen the way they were supposed to. I had to redo my workshop on paranormal touring yesterday at 2. Only time I crawled out of bed all day. John, it sounds like you got hit worse than I did. Oh, man. And I'm like 4 times your age. So it's like, wow. I hope you get to feeling better, John. I really do. But God, it was so good to see you. It really was. Carlene says, Brian, doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's always moving, if you know what I mean. And we never do Taco Bell. Yeah, and like I said, it's been 10 years since I ate there, and it's probably going to be at least another 10 before I go again, if ever. Nothing against the chain. It's just that it's, yeah. It's about as authentic Mexican, which I really, really do enjoy, as I would say, like I'm trying to think of the chain that used to have the great breadsticks. Faoli's, yeah, Faoli's. That's not exactly Italian, genuine Italian. So Fazoli's, thank you. Someplace else we don't eat often, obviously. Bobby Nash says, I had a great weekend. Good. It was busy. I had deadlines, did some virtual panels, and kept quite busy. Congratulations to Jeffrey Hayes on the Lazarus Gray announcement. Jeffrey is also doing upcoming snow covers and did my In the Wind cover too. He's fantastic. Bobby, I can't agree with you more. And he and I are tentatively going to work together on Doc Saga. And I'm hoping we can work together on future volumes of that, if not more books. I don't know that he'll be saying, hey, I'm working with Brian K. Morris, the way that he would announce, hey, I'm working with Barry Reese. I know my place. John B. Pica said the best part of non-con was stopping at Gold Star Chili for a super 5-way. He said 5-way. That's why he couldn't get out of bed on Sunday. Now we know the secret. He had a super 5-way. Even a 4-way would be pretty super. Like I said, John, we went a little further down the road. We went to Lee's Famous Chicken, which is, as you know, is our favorite chicken place. And then they had like a Tim Hortons down the way too, and we could not pass that up, because we don't have either of those here in the Lafayette area, and they're 2 of our favorite places. So yeah, that was a great little community, I thought. And we, on the way out of town, we wound up, coming in on Saturday morning down the west side of town in total darkness, so we couldn't see anything. So part of the way out, we took the route again, going back home, and it's beautiful country there. Some rolling hillsides and lush farming going on, and some really sweet small towns, and that looks like they're trying to keep them going. So it was really fun to drive back home, except for that 1 hour on I-70. But even then, it was cool to hang out, and cool, yeah, cool. Bobby Nash, I agree. And Taco Bell, says John B. Pica, yuck. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Now I'm thinking about lunch. Says Carl Witzman. Yeah, we're gonna have lunch as soon as I get through blathering. And he seems like a bit of a douchebag, says John B. Pica. Well, anyway, Molly Daniels, I'm waiting for the coffee to finish brewing. Carl, I've only been awake for 15 minutes. We've been up since 8 o'clock, I believe, Eastern time, so which is about our normal time waking up. But if that alarm had not gone off, I would probably be doing this show in a t-shirt and a fez. And Michaela Jade, never been in a Taco Bell. Michaela Jade, never go. It tastes all right, but you go, like, if you Molly, Charles, how did where we went on Saturday night stack up to Taco Bell? Taco Bell doesn't even exist as far as this place goes. It was beautiful. It was a great ambiance. The service was fantastic. And again, the company could not be beat. It was so much fun. You don't get that at Taco Bell. It's fast food, which is not always great food. So anyway, we had great food. Molly, we finished the second pot already. Woke at 3:30 a.m. John. Oh God, I'm sorry. Of course, by 3:30 on Saturday morning, we were on the road. So, Jeffrey Hayes did the cover for James Beard's Sergeant Gina's Spirit Breaker series. He is a blast to work with and a great guy to boot. I agree. He's going to be on tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. He will be a good guest. Look forward to tomorrow's night, Clever Title Pending. So am I. I really love my friends who are creative, and I love my friends who aren't creative too, but I love my friends who are creative, and they grace me with their presence on the show. It is so cool. And we've got quite a lineup coming up, too. John B. Pike, it was great to share some panels with Bobby at Imaginarium. Yeah, you two are great guys. I love seeing when good people get together. It makes me happy. And I'm not just saying that. In the future, all restaurants are Taco Bell. Carl Witzman, in the future, I'm...
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Yes, that's true. There we go. And we'll all be dancing to the old jingles. Yeah. And I will have thrown myself in front of a moving train. Anyway, we are joined now by Nick Tockard. Good morning to you, my historical fencing guild friend on YouTube. Good morning, Nevermorians. Hope everyone's day is going well. Hope yours is going well, too. Hope you and Amanda and Xander are having a great week already. And then, speaking of great weeks, good morning, Kathy Jackson. Glad to see you here, darling. And you were talking about people we adore at NonCon 5. And Saturday, I think this is a good time I can tell people. I'm going to do it anyway. Saturday, it's going to start around 10, I think it's 10 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, or so. Kathy Jackson is having a release party, and I will be on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. On her page, and we'll be doing a special Nevermind the Furthermore, where you can talk to me about writing and publishing, and we'll tell you to please buy our books, but buy Kathy's first. Anyway, so excited. Kathy's got a new release coming out, and that is so awesome. Proud of you as always, Kathy. Mwah! You're one of my favorites. And just now unpacking and saw the pasta again. I hear the song every time I see it. Thanks so much. Hashtag sarcasm. I don't think Cookie heard me. Yeah, she's went, she's not fessing up to anything. No, what happened was we went in for some supplies we forgot to bring. And we got there really early we wanted to get there really early on Saturday, just in case there were delays. And there were none. And Indianapolis is pretty nice to drive through at 4 a.m, let me tell you right now. But we stopped at the Walmart in Frankfort, Ohio, and we walked by this one end cap, and oh yeah, tell me you forgot Cookie. Yeah, she's in there chortling.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about budget. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, you think about budgets. I'll think about Baby Shark mac and cheese. And Amy does not like Baby Shark. She is sick of that song do 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 do. Doesn't like don't like reminders do 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 do. Don't like reminders do 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 do. And here was this delicious pasta, probably the best pasta you will ever have in your life, Amy Hale. And I expect that you'll be serving it tonight with the Kraken. Hey, mix the Kraken in there. It can't hurt. Anyway, but no, yeah, we bought her that pasta, and Amy then had to really do some deep soul searching about why she likes either of us. Because I'm trying to divert the blame onto Cookie. I think I'm the one that found it. Yeah, I'll own up to it. I'm the one that found it on the end cap, and I think I'm the one who suggested we get it for Amy. And then I had a burst of conscience. And so, no, we shouldn't do that to her. But I don't think I said it.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did? Yeah, okay. Thank you.
We did it anyways.
Yeah, we did it anyways, but Cookie paid for it. Anyway, now we're both paying for it. Amy Hale blocks us and tells us to go ourselves. But anyway, go screw yourself. Anyway, Teresa Dunn says, I'm up to 5 minutes of speaking for my video for writers' rooms. Excellent. Yes. The first weekend in November. Let me check my schedule here. Don't forget, October 17th, I will be at Kokomo Con in Kokomo, Indiana, with the great Charles F. Millhouse and Luke Stone and a couple Power Rangers. All kinds of cool people. Yes, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, November 7th and 8th. It's called Imagine Other Worlds with Authors, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a fun combination of, it's going to be a virtual convention, but a combination of pre-recorded and live panels. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I will be participating. I'm going to be doing a video that I'm working on right now for broadcasting, why you as a creative person should consider broadcasting like this and how to do it as well as possible. And hint, it doesn't have to be expensive. I'll teach you all the tricks that I know, such as they are. Anyway, good morning, Brian and friends. How's everyone doing? We are doing great, Adrian Johnson, especially now that you're here. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Had a great weekend, and hope you did the same. And Carlene, that's what you get when you go to bed at 8 p.m. Carl, yeah, that's true. That's true. And Brian Wensloff has a show on Web TV. The Hanging with Show show. Check it out. All right, excellent. I recognize the letters in there. And I still have to unload the car before the day job, says Molly Daniels. We'll get my teen to help me. There we go. Well, I got my sweetie to help me. Thank goodness for that. Because I have not been moving very fast today. So some folks, says John B. Pica, may have forgotten that I host the Diesel Punk podcast. We took a summer hiatus for the month of July, and it just continued through September. We are back on the air tonight and there is that YouTube channel. John, would you please post that on the Rising Tide Publications page so that other people can discover you, my friend? And there we go. Speaking of discoveries, y'all need to discover Reels and Heels Official. It's a Saturday show, a live broadcast that Brian Wensloff hosts. And it is awesome because Brian Wensloff is awesome. And please check out, we're going to have a clever title pending with his celebrate his birthday on October 28th, I believe it is. Anyways, the last Tuesday in October, and we're going to have fun, Brian and I. And Rick Bradley says, wait, you and Cookie went to a little town and into a restaurant you've never been? You didn't happen to run into Marvin, did you? And if you want to know what I'm talking about, check out Marvin's Night Out on Amazon, both in paperback and ebook form. Yes, no, we didn't see Marvin there, unless he was in the back of the room. Unless he likes Mexican. And Bobby Nash says, gotta bounce. Have a great week, everyone. Bobby, thank you for checking in, brother. Hope you have a great week yourself, sir. Check out BobbyNash.com. All kinds of great books in paperback, hardcover, and digital, as well as audiobooks and even some free stuff that you're going to dig. So check out the work of Bobby Nash and check out his Patreon page while you're at it. And Facebook has Comics in the Classroom, FL, Florida's leading, I would say, resource for using comic books as an educational tool for teaching children. I learned to read from comics, so I'll vouch for that. Anyway, it's a great organization. B105 had all their 80s weekend going, says Molly Daniels. Well, we started at the left side of the dial and found the one we did, I want to say WTTS, I think it was, something like that. It was really good. And Q95 is awesome. It really is. And boy, it's got a huge honking signal. I used to listen to it over in Illinois. I live south of Danville in Georgetown, and I could pick up a Q95. In fact, I could even, some nights, depending on the cloud cover, I could pick it up in Champaign some nights. So Nick Tockert says, by the way, this is prime hobo spider season. Check your shoes before you put them on. I found out last night that the shimmering silver white reflections in the grass are not dewdrops. They are spider eyes. Oh my God. Nick, if you aren't writing a story on that, you better get going. You know what I'm saying? That's creepy AF. Carlene says fast battery drainage means something was trying to come through. Ooh. Yeah, I was having accelerated battery drainage. I had the same thing when I went to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery last year. And it took about 4 weeks for that thing to work itself out. Now, is this something that, because I had that continued going on after I left the vicinity, does that mean that something had followed me or something was like linked to the phone, was trying to get through? That'd be a good discussion. I ought to do a paranormal show. I really should. I'd like to know more about it. Rick Bradley says, I'm a big fan on the Injustice game. Such a great storyline. I also have all the characters you can download. Haven't played as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yet. Yeah, I saw they were offering Hellboy. I would like to. I don't have, I just started a couple days ago, so I don't have the points for a lot of stuff yet, and I'm using it to build my characters. But I've definitely got my eye on Hellboy. Just to have. And Johnny Pica, I never could get my phone to charge about 10%. Really? I didn't try to charge my phone there. We should have, I should have tried. That would have been interesting. There's a lot. I think next year I'm going to be a little more prepared. You know what I'm saying? For it. And I realize I am so super far behind. I'm super apologetic. Let's see what we can do to get caught up. The Injustice game and comic is, seriously, it is a fun game. I'm enjoying it so far. And you're right. The story is great. Did Paul Dini have some? No, Paul Dini does the Batman, the Arkham Asylum stories. That's right. Anyway, good storyline on that. And Carlene, do you want the scientific explanation? Then go for it. I want to hear it. And Trevor Hawkins, good morning to you, my man. Hope you're doing well today. Cookie and I love you. And Teresa Dunn has Poetry Expressions. Teresa Dunn's very first book of poetry. Second book is in the pipeline. And there he is, the man of the hour every hour, Jason Snyder. Hey, Brian. Hey, Jason. Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you on the way out yesterday. I know you were running around putting out fires, brother. And that, I'm not going to stop you for that. So anyway, it was good to see you, man. So good to see you. It's so good to meet you in person. And we are down for non-con 6. We really are. And it's going to be bigger and better than ever. We were a victim of the coronavirus, I think. But next year is going to be better. And I'm got to applaud you for all the safety precautions you took. Really, I felt 100% safe, at least from anything in this world. You know what I'm saying? And as for the other stuff, it was great. It was seriously very, very great. I was so glad to be there. And Jason Snyder goes, woohoo, Post Town. Yeah, seriously, I'm going to do some more research on that place because I'm really fascinated by what few stories I learned, from Keith. Keith's a great storyteller. That I really want to find out more about that place. I really do. And Kathy Jackson goes, today is cover reveal day for my... Anyway, thank you, Jason Snyder. Much love, brother. Kathy Jackson says, today is cover reveal day for my soon-to-be-released novella, Written on His Heart. It's such a beautiful cover. I'm also giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. Please check that out on Kathy's page. She's been working on Written on His Heart for the longest time. I am so excited for her. It's always exciting when one of my friends has a new release out. Amy Hale's working towards one. Charles has got a couple. I'm trying to get something done. But no, it makes me happy to see that, Kathy. you've waited a long time for this, and I am so looking forward to it. And I've got a jet too. Everyone have a productive day. Charles F. Millhouse, thank you for a great Saturday. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being at NonCon 5. And thank you, and have a great day, my brother. And we had so much fun. Yes, we did, Amy. We had a blast. Oh, it was so much fun. And I've got a new Amy Hale book. I've got a new Molly Daniels book. I've got a new John P. Pica book. I've got all kinds of things I'm behind on again. And author Michaela Jet says, my new Warriors Trust will be out soon. My working hard on edits. Good on you, Michaela Jade. Check out the work of Michaela Jade. She is a fantastic author. I'm so proud of her. And we were super happy that you joined us this year. Thank you so much. Oh, Jason, you have no idea what a privilege it was to be asked to be there. And dude, I'm there as long as you want me. How's that sound? As long as I'm able to get out of the house and you got space for me at NonCon, I will be there, my friend. I will totally be there. And it was a glorious time. Like I said, Jason poured his heart out into the promotion. Keith Age also. And you guys and you and your partner did just such an incredible job on the show. I was so proud of you. I really was. That's how a show should be run. And Brian Rodman says, excuse me for a second here. Oh, thank you for the mute button on that. Wait a minute. I don't think I brought any spirits with me, Jason, but I think I brought half the dust on the floor. Brian Rodman said, we had a busy weekend doing all of our final edits for Memoirs of an Angel, issue 6. And we started sending out digital rewards last night. Beautiful. And if you're interested in horror, fantasy, and 90s animation style artwork, head on over to brianrodman.com/comics and check out the series. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. It is brilliant stuff. Seriously, Brian Rodman, that makes me excited. I love it when you guys get things done. And it was as great finally meeting John and Magi Jake. It was, wasn't it? I mean, I hadn't met Magi Jake in person. And he's really good on close-up magic. Now, close-up magic, it's, seeing people from across the room do magic, that, that's impressive enough. But to be able to stand like 2 or 3 feet away and not know how it's done, that's the mark of an artist. And this was just such a great weekend. So much to do. So many wonderful people to meet. And Molly Daniels says, if you watch using a pseudonym, pay no attention to panelists popping in and out due to being kicked off the internet every 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I feel your pain. Well, I don't know any panel that I either watched or participated in where we didn't have some kind of trouble. When I say trouble, I mean the show usually went off, the panel went off, but somebody was having camera problems or someone was having microphone problems. I don't know. I like I said, I'm going to go back this week and watch the rest of the panels. So go to entertheimaginarium.com and avail yourself of those panels. You've got 2 weeks to do it, all right? And you'll be glad you did. And have cons opened up again. Charles D. Moisan of Silver Phoenix Entertainment. Glad to see you, sir. Cons have been going on actually for about 3 or 4 months. Now, some in larger cities have been secret invitation-only conventions. And it's not like conventions are opening up widely. I'm still hearing of cons closing. We are now in a very fragile transition period as far as the My Sharona, Miley Cyrus, Peterton pandemic goes. There are some areas that are, Indiana overall is experiencing a downturn in COVID infections. Many states, on the other hand, have shot through the freaking roof and set records. We've finally passed, what was it? Am I correct? In 200,000 deaths, I believe it is, we've had from the disease. And they're happening every day. Indiana overall has gone down, but there have been some areas that have experienced new infection and death rates. Tippecanoe County, being where I'm at, is one of them because Purdue went back into session, and some people were not as cautious as they should have been. And in fact, some of them had a party like the week of moving in. They had huge parties with no protection, no distancing. And everyone in those parties has been expelled from Purdue University for the foreseeable future. My understanding is that with the that they were told basically do not reapply. We don't want you here. You don't meet our standards. Good on Purdue. So some cons have opened up, some have not. I have one more convention opening. I have one more convention, and last I heard, it's still going on. But I have seen conventions cancel like a couple of days beforehand, and usually it's because of local health officials. But like I said, we had precautions. Our temperatures were taken. I managed to get my pants back up in time before I went into the dealer's room. And Jason's like, "Don't tell people that." It didn't happen. It's just you, Brian. But no, we uh, our temperatures were taken before entering the building. We all had to wear masks, as did everyone who attended. So I felt perfectly safe in there because we were all taking proper precautions. So I can't say that conventions have opened up because they have been for a while. But I've also seen conventions closing up again. So it's no better than I don't think it's really any better than it was before. And right now, well, previously my October was completely filled. Now I may have like 2 more in-person conventions, or not conventions. One's a store signing. So we'll see what happens. Just have to follow the news, Charles. I have my own explanation, dear. Drink your cold coffee. Uh-oh. And it's gone. And Jason Sayer says, it was fabulous to meet everyone. Oh, man. And we were knocked out to meet you too, Jason. You are a guy. And wait, we can make friends? That's on an individual basis, Charles. Some of us more than others. Your mileage may vary. And I cannot wait until it is safe enough for me to go to a Comic-Con again, says Brian Rodman. I miss my con families so much. So glad you were able to have that experience this weekend, my friend. It really was. I'd have loved it if you could have been there, Brian. It would have been so much fun. And like I said, there's still a couple more opportunities, but and it's one of those things. If you are trepidatious about it, I would say don't go. Seriously, your emotional and mental health is as important as your physical health, if not more so. And I will say I am high risk. I am in my mid 60s and I have a heart murmur. And I'd do it all over again just for this weekend. It was so much freaking fun. I really dug it. And I'm so glad, Jason. Thank you again, Jason. And it's actually faster for me to go through Indy rather than Louisville. Go figure. Yeah, Molly, that's the thing with a number of my travels, in that it is faster but not shorter. To go, like southeast to Indianapolis and hit I-70 that way, than for me to say go down Route 25, State Route 25 to I-74, then over to either 60, and I can drive like an extra 10 miles. It's quicker for me to go to Route 63, and Molly will know what I'm talking about, to go to Terre Haute rather than take 41, which is shorter. But the speed limit isn't as high either. And same thing with going to Southern Illinois. It's faster for me to go down I-57 than a more direct route, which would be like Terre Haute to Effingham and then south. It adds anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes to my trip. And there are some nights I don't need that, And Amy Hale is looking forward to next year. So am I. And Amy and I should be put together again, because you need to keep the troublemakers in one spot. And fine, Carly, says Carl Wisman. And hi, Jake, says Jason Snyder. Yeah, you got pretty much the whole crew here. At least of the Nevermorians, Jason. John was here earlier, Magi Jake, and of course Molly and Amy and myself. So yeah, it's almost like a reunion the day after. Magi Jake, out of all the tricks I showed you, which was your favorite? I'm a sucker for card tricks. I really am. I love the card trick you did in front of my booth. And the thing with the cups, you did that so very well. I didn't see a thing. I didn't see a bad trick in the whole bunch, Magi Jake. You did a sensational job. You are so good. You really are. And it was such a treat to check out your work, man. Seriously. And Magi Jake says hello to Jason. And author Michaela Jade says, if you like medieval warriors and they're incredible women, you'll like Warrior's Secret. Check it out on barnesandnoble.com on any platform you can think of. And Nick Talker says, I am thinking as con startup, I am looking for suggestions on setting up for gaming RPG and wargaming, which poses unique challenges. Maybe we ought to talk about that, Nick. I might have some suggestions on that. We could do that in private. Also, maybe we ought to, the year is running out. Maybe we need to get our heads together and do FezCon. Do one FezCon, real informal FezCon. What do you think? Anyway, Cindy Kemp is here. Hello there. Well, hello there, Cindy Kemp. CKOEPP.com. Check out Cindy Kemp. Great website. Fantastic work. Available on Amazon and Bear Publications. Check out her new book, Animal Eye. Plus, also check when you're on Cindy Kemp's news website, rather, CKOEPP.com. Sign up for her amazing newsletter. Read the new one. Great stuff as always. And Jeffrey Hayes, thanks, Bobby. Too kind. Oh, Jeffrey, you are so crazy talented. You deserve it. And Cindy Kemp, for writing that is better than any chili or chicken. Check out my work, Brian's work on Smashwords. Thank you, Cindy. Or go to Amazon. Check it out there. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You're awesome. And Jobby Pica says, on the way out of Middletown, we passed a section of town that had the most amazing homes I've seen in quite a while. Yeah. If you took the road that ran in front of our place, like if you're probably talking about that road there, and then, where you meet up with the bridge that goes across the river there, you're right. Beautiful homes. And on the way out, we did not go back that way, but our GPS told us to take like the other side, to turn on the opposite side of that bridge. And we went through some other homes that have been there, they look like they've been there forever. A strong Southern influence on the architecture there. A beautiful playground that was built out of wood on that side too. And then we hooked up with the route that took us basically back up 35 and then back up to the interstate. But yeah, beautiful community. I really enjoyed it. A lot of good sites there. And Nifty Hat says Cindy Kemp. Yeah, we were talking steampunk earlier, so I decided to switch to my steampunk hat. I'm going to convert this to a steampunk fez eventually. And no margaritas at Taco Bell. Well, see, there's the reason not to go. Yeah, those margaritas at the restaurant we went to were looking pretty tasty, and I was seriously thinking about it, except I have to live a life of purity because, that's what keeps my strength going. And God knows I needed it. And Cindy Kemp, fast food is scary. Some of it is. Some of it is really terrifying. Sometimes I feel I'm better off if I don't see the kitchen. Amy Hale says every meal in Taco Bell should come with a free roll of toilet paper. Yeah, that stuff will open up the sluices at both ends if you're not strong enough. And nothing wrong with Taco Bell, says Brian Wentzoff, but if you want real Mexican food, you can find them in the Southwest U.S., California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, or in Mexico. That's true. I remember what really sparked my genuine love of Mexican food was when I took my uncle from Newport, Rhode Island to California. We stopped at a genuine Mexican place, and they turned up the heat. It was the first time I'd had truly spicy food. Now I could handle it. Now I would say on a 1 to 10, I would say it would now be a 5 for me. But at the time, it was like a 20. I remember it was delicious. Tears were rolling down my face. My uncle and my cousin were laughing at me, but I wasn't going to stop till I licked the plate clean. It was, seriously, that's good stuff. That region knows how to make it. And Magi Jake, sorry for being a little hyper yesterday. I was excited seeing all my friends. Dude, do you think we weren't excited seeing you? Man, the hyper was all over. It really was. I'm just better at concealing it than most people. But seriously, Magi Jake, it was a pleasure and an honor to meet you yesterday. We were knocked out by you. We really were, all of us. Author Michaela Jade says this Saturday I will be at Hidden Hills Winery in Knoxville, Illinois, just off Interstate 74. And if you would like a signed copy of Warrior's Secret or Obsidian Hearts, find me here. I'm sure she has a ding copy too, as it looks like there, but definitely check out her work online and definitely pick up a copy of her book from her. She's also a delight in person. We spent the day together at PeoriaCon this year, one of my few conventions, and I had a lot of fun hanging with her. Cindy Cat, both the League of Impossibilists and Hybrids, Sons of Gods, are raising funds for nifty projects. So go toss a shekel or two in the pot so these cool projects can happen. That's true. I haven't checked on Luke Stones this morning, but I think it's around almost 90% of their goal on Indiegogo and League of Impossibilists, of course. Check out their Patreon page. Again, as we said earlier, that is a cool page. And just a couple of bucks will get you a lot of entertainment there, I'm telling you. I'm going to be spending time there and at Bobby Nash's this week while I'm seeding my own Patreon page as well. Also, my friend Karen Nicole, who is not just a beautiful cosplayer, but she's also a great comic book creator, incredible colorist. She's got a brand new lingerie calendar that's got something like 3 or 4 more days to run on Kickstarter. I may have to give it some love because she's my friend. And I need a calendar.
What?
I need a calendar.
Like hell.
Like hell I don't. Anyway, it's Karen Nicole. I need a calendar, honey.
Nice try.
Nice try. Yeah. That's why I do my Patreon. That's why I do all my pledging with cookies at work. Anyway, but anyway, we've got friends who've got some great projects going, and please check them out. All right, and give them some support. Brian Wesloff. So Reels and Heels is going to have a giveaway soon for a CW prize pack, which includes Supergirl 50. Oh, excuse me, I read that wrong. Supergirl Season 4, Arrow Season 7, Legends of Tomorrow Season 4, and Supernatural Season 14. Stay tuned for details. Holy cats. Oh man, I'll enter. I don't care if it looks bad if I win. Anyway, like he knows me. Cindy Cap says on Friday nights at 7 p.m. tune into the Historical Fencing Guild and chat with Nick Tockard. Support your local swordmaster. That's a great That's a great show. I'll often have to catch it on the rerun, but Nick's a great host and a great human being. Miss you, Nick. We gotta get together somehow. Cindy Cap says, tune in to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS for all the Doctor Who news you can use. And yes, and I will be on that show. The date has not been set, but I will be revisiting that show. And also check out last Friday's Nevermind the Furthermore. Christian Basil, the legend behind the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. He was my co-host on that morning. I don't do co-hosts very often, but I made an exception for Christian because he's always a hoot. We have fun when we're together. Too much fun, in fact. But anyway, yeah, definitely check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Great interviews, great conversation, and really professional looking show. I should be so good. But anyway, hashtag become part of the legend. And check him out on Facebook. Join the 38,000 people that are liking him on Facebook. How cool is that? Plus, he is on YouTube and all of any social media you could imagine. So please check out the work of Christian Basil because he's a beautiful person. And right, Molly, biggest strike against them, says Carlene. Oh, yeah. And Brian Robbins says, everyone check out the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. It's a show about all things nerdy. This week's episode will be dropping this afternoon over at bit.ly/Dast Dingoes, where we interview the amazingly talented Chad Nuss. And he is. Seriously, I'm going to check out that show, but check it out. Brian Rodman does co-hosts a fantastic podcast. There's going to be a show with me coming up soon as they make me look pretty. They're going to require a Lucasfilm special effects budget, but hey, no, it's good. I had a great time recording with them, and you will have a great time watching the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. Check it out. Check out that link there. All right. And let's see. Oh, more comments, and I'm so far behind. Anyway, I know I should plug things like my Amazon page, like yes, you should, but every time I see a long post, I expect Brian to say Heidi Goose neighbor. That's true. Oh, that's what happens when you type too fast or I drink too slowly. Anyway, Nick Tockard, please check out his work there. And on DeviantArt, he's awesome. And Cindy Cap, I'm out of break already. I'll have to catch up with you all later. In the meantime, go get Mindstorm, Cindy Cap's book on Amazon, because it's on sale right now for $1.34. Check out that link. Check out that book. Check out Cindy Cap, CKOEPB.com. Cindy, mwah! Thank you for everything, darling. You have a great day. Molly Daniels, I plugged in my phone at 50%, and an hour or so later, it was only 56%. Yeah, I don't know about if there was something impeding the energy flow. I'm saying the electricity flow in that building, but there was some wonkiness going on. And Pops Van Zandt says, love that hat. Thank you, Pops. This is my steampunk hat. We're going to turn it into a steampunk fez someday soon. Finally got the instructions on how to possibly do that and not leave the top part of my head with a red ring around it. But anyway, thank you, Pops. I appreciate you, man. That's great. And Carl Witzman says, Brian wants to hear it, so here it is. Cell phones check for a tower signal. If they don't find it, they check for Wi-Fi. If they find either one, they don't check for a while. He continues, if the phone doesn't find a signal, it checks again very soon, and again and again. That runs your battery down fast. There's a setting on most to adjust that, but it's deep in the settings. But that doesn't explain Bachelor's Grove, where I had that, because we had a strong Wi-Fi signal in there. Or not Wi-Fi, but a strong carrier signal in there. So leave us our delusions, Carl, but that's cool. Anyway, and we will schedule. Cookie is keeping an eye on her schedule, so we'll let you know as soon as we know. And exactly, Carl says, Joe Dog, you two are no fun. Anyway, I got to run. Phones are starting to ring. John B. Pica, thank you for Saturday. Thank you for being here this morning. Check out the work of John B. Pica, johnpica.com. Also, check him out on Patreon and support the Impossibilists. You'll be glad you did. I am. Thank you, Joe. I do know my tech. Oh, yeah. We're talking about Beyond Tech. Yeah, that's that super tech. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We're the experts here. I'm on the internet, so I should know. And the Grill, George says, great place to eat. Seriously, it is. I got a menu, and we did not leave hungry. Let's put it that way. And Joe Dog McKeel, I ran a debunking paranormal team. We disproved 98% of the things we went to investigate. Do you have that online? I would love to watch that, because I tell people I don't disbelieve. And there are some cases, I think, where I have heard some stuff that I can't quite put credence to. I will say that. There's just some weird stuff going on in that building the other day, though. That's the thing. And people don't know how to take care of their batteries. Yells like a crazed Thomas Dolby. Science! She blinded me with science. And good for Purdue, says Carleen. I agree. Yeah, Purdue has stepped up in trying to protect their people there from the My Sharona Miley Cyrus, and I am proud of them. They have done well. In fact, the whole community here in Lafayette has done a good job. There was a time they weren't. You could go to Walmart and Despair for Humanity, or Dollar General, which doesn't always attract the best and the brightest anyway. But you go in and see so many people, well, I'm not wearing a mask because I'm a free man. You see some guy who's, like all burly and everything saying, well, I can't breathe in those masks. And I'm like, yeah, try doing it through a ventilator, a-hole. But anyway, and remind me of this when you take home something to your grandma. Author Miguel J. says the Spoon River Drive in Northwest Illinois is still going on the first 2 weekends of October. That is so cool. And take 231, Brian. Yeah, this show, I keep telling people this whole Molly Daniels, this whole show is a blooper reel. You know what I'm saying? And I can imagine what you were going through yesterday for Imaginarium. Joe Dog, very cool, says Carleen. I don't mind debunkers. In fact, I support them. Same with me, really. Because if you have a belief that cannot be defended, it's not one worth having. Phil Thompson will use the comic strips I made into Portillo. Well, okay, cool. Using Fiverr to copyright. Phil, check your copyright when you're done. You can actually copyright something for $55 directly from the government and know that it works, okay? If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, says Kathy Jackson, I'll be a guest at Bluegrass Comic-Con this coming Saturday. So Charles D. Moisant, the cons are happening. Check out Bluegrass Comic-Con on Facebook. Good luck, Kathy, and safe journey to you. Molly Daniels says, what was that about Purdue? I stepped away to refill my coffee cup. You cannot step away to refill your coffee cup. Only I can do that. Maybe I have to run like the I have a 90-second ad that gives everyone, I should start running that just so everybody has a chance to get more drinks and go to the bathroom. But there were a couple of parties on the Purdue campus at a couple of sororities, or a couple of fraternities, and I think one or two of the sororities during move-in week, and they were caught being not distancing, not masking, no safety features whatsoever. And the students who were involved in those parties have all been expelled. And my understanding is they have been told, don't bother reapplying. Okay. So anyway, Carly Colleen says, Molly, they expelled students who had parties and infected folks. Also told them not to come back. Exactly. See, she did better than I did. And there she is, Anna Maria Salvaggio. Hey, Brian. Hey, hon. Mwah. Hey, darling. How are you? We're looking forward to talking to you later. Got a late start on the day. Imagine that after a show. Anyway, good to see you here. Chat. Anna Maria, leave links. She is busy. You think I'm busy, man. I'm a slacker compared to her. And I read your books on the way home. They were really, really awesome, my friend. Thank you, Magi J Caretaker. Man, that means a lot to me as a writer. That really does. And as a friend, thank you. And I'm so impressed with you. And we love your jacket. For God's sakes, we want a jacket like that. Anyway, oh, yes, I do remember. That says Molly Daniels. And Anna Maria Salvaggio goes, LOL. She will probably be gone before I say this. But hello, Cookie. Hiya, she says. Heard her in the background about the calendar. Ha! Yeah, that's the penalty I pay for buying a good microphone. The name of which I could not tell you, Anna Maria. But yeah, Anna Maria was trying to find out what my Eric Hawkins may remember what model number this is, but it's the USB condenser microphone. And I'm not sure the exact model number, but it's from the Newer company, NEEWER.com. So there's the instruction manual. Oh, the things we learn. This is the learning place. And missing my Christian Basil, says Michaela Jade Watt. I'm not enough. I mean, I don't have that dulcet tones like he does, but he could not love you more. Oh, yeah, Molly Daniels. Carl, poetry in motion. She blinded me with science. Oh, yeah. And yes, Molly. And Steampunk Fez Wood Rocks, says Anna Maria Salvaggio. I agree. We're gonna do a test hat soon. Got to go get one. And we're coming into the season for it. Hopefully. Like Spirit Halloween. I love when Halloween City and Spirit Halloween open here in town. I don't always buy something, but I love just checking the places out. I have been using it for like shows, displays. Also, when I did community theater, I would beef up on my makeup and my my props and all. Great places to go. I love those places. And Nicole Jobin would totally do a paranormal show with you. Keep us in the loop. Brian Winslow, we may have a special edition one night. I gotta plan that out. And we also want to start a comic book show. The scheduling's not been kind recently, but once we schedule that, we're gonna do something. I've got some. I want to have a rotating cast of characters with a couple regulars, if at all possible. And thank you, Willow Schuyler, for sharing this broadcast. Willow, love you, hon. Thank you for everything. And OMG, says Molly Daniels, just remembered when I went upstairs to take a better picture of the coyote, I heard what I thought was a janitor cleaning up on that floor, but everyone was downstairs. Molly, I warned Amy, what you need to do is, one, pray intently that nothing follows you home, because spirits can take, not necessarily possess you, but can follow you. Or for your own peace of mind, just, like I stood with Amy when I had her say, something to the effect of, if any spirits have attached themselves to me, I do not give you permission to follow me. You are to stay here and be at peace. Amen. So, you do what you got to do. Anna Maria says, haha, sounds like you were all caught up. I am nowhere near caught. Well, I'm getting more caught up. I'm 3 minutes away. Hang on tight, folks. We're going to rip through the comments. Magi J Caretaker. They sell those jackets for $45 on Amazon. I'll send you a link after the stream. Thank you, Magi Jake. I think it'd be great. I would definitely wear the heck out of those things. Always busy, says Anna Maria, but like it that most times, I am Remelian literally everywhere online. Now you know her secret identity. I'm on Patreon at Remelian, and I am a backer. And you can join me live on Twitch at Remelian.live. Check that out. She's an awesome, talented lady. I'm loving the conversations we're having. And met Marianne Pohl at Imaginarium, and she does a paranormal podcast. I'm going to join her for. Well, cool. Well, Anna Maria, when we get ours together, we got to keep talking about it, right? And yeah, but Carl will still follow me home. Well, you should come to our haunted place where it was safer, right? Anyway, Anna Maria continues, ooh, we need to do a paranormal episode of something together, Brian. Anna Maria, I'm down for that. Let's make it happen. What do you say? And Molly Daniels mocks Carly with her laughter. Carl mocks Carly with his laughter as well. And Brian Wensloff says, oh boy, Brian is going to let it rip. You betcha. Not that. But anyway, sorry for being a little hyper yesterday. I was pumped to see all of you. Magi Jake, oh man, we were the same, man. It was a fantastic weekend. We were so glad you could join us, and we hope you'll be there next year because we are all planning to show up there next year as well. And author Michaela Jade says, I had a spirit follow me home from the Shiloh battlefield in Tennessee. I now have to write her story as it won't leave me. Oh man. Yeah. Well, when I go through Tennessee, I'm looking for spirits too, but they're usually in a bottle and usually shouldn't be held near open flames. Nick Tockert says, you guys need to be careful with that paranormal stuff. The Constantine clause clearly states, the more you can see them, the more they can see you. Oh, that's true. That's also theater too. Like people like to look out through the curtains the actors like to look out the curtain through the curtains at the play or at the audience. And the ongoing wisdom is if you can see the audience can see you. So you got to be careful about that stuff. And careful was our watchword. Seriously. We did not want to take any unwanted souvenirs home with us, if you know what I'm talking about. And my ex-husband, says Anna Maria Salvaggio, says, keeps trying to get me to do an overnight at Waverly Sanatorium here in Kentucky with him. Only way I'd go is to videotape him screaming like a little girl. Well, see, there you go. Content is key on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And no one ever goes there, so it'd be safe. And Carl Westman, I have a paranormal urge for lunch, so I'm going to bid everyone a good day. We're coming up on that time too when the woman must be fed. She must be elsewhere, or otherwise I'd have heard an amen on that. So anyway, Carl, thank you for being here, guy. And we will, and so far the weekend's on. We will talk. As soon as Cookie learns more about this weekend. Magi J Caretaker says, you got to try that pretzel sandwich from Wendy's. I bought it again today. You made that sound so good. Apparently they've got a pretzel bun sandwich at Wendy's right now. I definitely have to check it out. Actually, what I want to check out is another cup of coffee. I'm trying to get everything opened up between my ears, and it's not working. Agree, Nicholas. It's moths to a flame. That's it. That's why, as I learn more about it, I also learn how to protect myself. I have no desire to own a Ouija board, protection, like orgies, protection is vital. But anyway, and I don't want to be disappearing on you people. I have a lot more offending to do. And I want you people around with me too. And I want you all to be safe. Okay. Because there's stuff that we don't understand. And, it's like I was talking to somebody over the weekend, like voodoo. I didn't study per se, like I was going to do it, but I read a lot of books on voodoo, back in the day, back when I was in high school. And what they all stressed was the more you, like Carl said, or like Nick said, rather, the more you learn about it, you become more susceptible to it because belief is half of the magic. So anyway, we have been, we've been taking precautions just the same. I figure it can't hurt. And Brian Wetzoff says, we should all go to Eastern State Penitentiary. Brian, we will be outside waiting for you. Good luck, brother. We know when to push our limits. Actually, what was it? We were in the Benton County Museum in Southern Illinois. And it was where they housed the old jail. And there was a vibe there that Cookie, who is, like me, she doesn't disbelieve, got a vibe there. And she's like, we need to go, like, right now. And I was standing in the middle of the area, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. We need to get out of here. So anyway, Nick Tockard, who is sensitive to this stuff, says, I used to help with the cleanup of dealing when folks weren't careful. 2020 especially is not the time to poke the bear and Ouija boards, yeah, and also hashtag bring home cookie home. Yeah, hashtag bring cookie home is the one magic we all need to pull off this year. That would make up for a lot of 2020. Anna Maria says, I have been a tarot reader for years, but I use it for writing prompts and rarely read for others anymore. But I always burn sage when I'm reading. Oh, interesting. And Trevor Hawkins says the spirits might be socially distancing too. Probably from me. That's probably why they weren't anywhere near me, I can imagine. And Magi Jake said, we talked to one of the mediums. They told me that my dad's stuff that was so heartwarming, it made my dad cry for 10 minutes. There is another side to this, There is a comforting side to it, too. And Willow Schuyler, glad to have you here, darling. Mwah! And if you guys like the Da Vinci Code, you guys are going to enjoy her interview on Wednesday with the author and tour guide of the Hermetic Code. Follow Schuyler Productions for more info. And Willow, please put in a link on my Rising Tide Publications page. I'd appreciate it if you give that a like if you haven't already, and then post on there if you would, please. All right, this event. That would be so cool. Yeah. So, and we are through your comments, and we will hide the rest of the comments, and we will maybe run some at the end of the show if you have any more. But we're going to take our leave right now. We've done 2 hours, and that's more than anyone should have to suffer me. And wait a minute, hold on. October 17th, you are invited to my special Reels and Heels episode dedicated to indie creators. Oh, Brian, I'm at Kokomo Con that day. Brian and I have been trying to get together on shows, and it's usually been my fault. And it's amazing how. I'm at Kokomo Con on October 17th, but let's see what we can do. If it's slow, maybe I can still get on. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all about getting off. Anyway, thank you, Brian. Let's talk more about that, okay? Just in case. So anyway, that's been the show for today, and we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope that you see the stuff that's going on here, the stuff that you other creative types have going, and you are so awesome, all of you. And I appreciate the absolute heck out of all of you. You guys are up to some amazing stuff, and it's such a privilege to be able to spend the time with you on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And a lot of people like this show, and we're glad to have you here. Really, yeah. See. Get a big thumbs up from people. A lot of people like this thing, and some shows are kind of like this. And we are every now and then, but most of the time we like to think that, see, even Batman approves. And is this a smart thing to watch? Yeah, see, Superman thinks it's smart. And, I'm always glad when you guys pull up to the door, because it really means a lot to me, and the staff here at the compound. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, it does. It does. And everyone likes it. Yep, everyone likes it. Now, some people mock us with their laughter, but we can handle it. And some people just don't understand. But most of the time, viva la fevolution. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, folks, we're glad that you're here and you put up with my nonsense. And so I think we're going to bid everyone a wonderful rest of the day. And we got to say hello to this lovely lady here, Jen Thompson. Mwah, hello, lovelies. Love you, darling. Hope you're doing well. Check out a recent clever title pending. Jen Thompson of the Indie Author Book Expo was on there being charming and amazing. And we love you, hun. Gotta say hello to you before we go, unfortunately. We've got to feed the woman. And check out her blog at iab515.wordpress.com and Writer Resources social media. Definitely check that out. That is going to be a fun thing. I'm going to check that out today, Jen. Thank you, darling. Mwah. Put that on the Rising Tide page if you would, my sweet. If you would. So good to see you here. I love you. And Douglas Deck, I need to get out more. Don't we all? Douglas, we had a great time this weekend. And Douglas, we gotta meet up again soon, my friend. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope your week is looking good too. And have an awesome day, my friend. Tell Cookie I said hi. Magi Jake, that'll be the best news I could give her today, my brother. Thank you for being there this weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jason and Keith. Jason, God, I'm blanking out on names. I'm getting tired. Jason Snyder and Keith Age for hosting us this weekend at NonCon 5. If you didn't know what it was before, well, you had your chance, but now you're going to have to wait for NonCon 6, and I'm already looking forward to it. Thank you again, Jason and Keith, for hosting me, making my wife feel so very welcome, and giving us a great place to be this weekend. So anyway, folks, thank you for being here. We do appreciate everything you do. And please, I hope you'll join us tomorrow night for Clever Tile Pending. We're going to have author, publisher, editor Jim Beard. He writes for Marvel.com. He writes the Great Sergeant Janus series. He does a lot of great material. He's a publisher for Flinch Books and the co-creator of Conrad von Honig, one of my favorite characters, as is Sergeant Janus. And we're privileged to have him on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Clever Title Pending, where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. And we hope you'll show up with your questions and comments. Looking forward to your participation in the show. And right now, we hope you're looking forward to a very, very good Monday. All right. And let me get the thing in place here. And anyway, we appreciate your being here, whether you're watching us live or on the reruns. It means so much that you have become part of this this broadcast here. So anyway, please check out our website, risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my monthly newsletter. We tell you what's going on with Rising Tide. We will have the next issue out on October 1st. It's going to be mostly video, where I'll be talking to you not unlike this, so you can hear what's going through my head, probably rattling or an echo. Anyway, we also have our upcoming appearance schedule there, as well as occasional book discounts, secret links, inspirational sayings, and all the time motivation, education, and inspiration from risingtide.pub. All right. Also, check us out on Amazon and Smashwords. We have a variety of books with a slant on wild humor, crazy plotting, and strong female characters. We hope you'll check out our work. Hope you'll enjoy it. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please, if you like what you've seen so far, give this a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of any future appearances. And we're going to be doing some special broadcasting soon. So please sign up so you'll be notified. Also, if you're watching on the Indie Event or Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, if you haven't already, please give that page a like, because it helps both pages in the algorithms. And you can also see what your fellow creators are up to, right? So in closing, this is me, Brian K. Morris, thanking you for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore for Monday, September 28th, 2020. Yes, I had to look. And we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending, and again on Wednesday at 10 a.m. for another Nevermind the Furthermore. So as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night and Wednesday on another Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a great day, everyone.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
New from Terraform Comics, Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, Volume 1, Trash Day. When everyday people develop godlike abilities, it is up to a small band of heroes to expose an evil superhuman trafficking ring. This 128-page volume merges history with fiction in an exciting, fast-paced adventure. Get your copy now.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends. Because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.